Hey, I'm Ryan,
I'm PK.
and thanks for traveling the country mile. Why don't you sit down a minute? We'll talk about some country music.
We got some good things to talk about today.
Yeah. So for our first video today, we're gonna have a blind react. We had some of our friends come up with some artists for us to be able to say whether they were overrated or underrated.
Good or bad, we don't know what they put on this, so this is Blind Reacts, and we're going to give you guys our honest opinion, and hopefully we'll make some of you guys mad and maybe back up some opinions today.
Yeah, put your opinions in the comments. Say whether we're wrong, say whether we're right, or come up with more. We got a whole
Suggestions, yep. Yeah. So hopefully, we don't know what's on this, and we picked some friends that we think are pretty knowledgeable in the genre, so we'll see what happens. There's just a bunch of them from one of our friends. Let's see here. All right, you want the first one?
Yeah, go with the first one.
Zach Bryan.
I'm condemned, just like all my worthless friends.
He's kind of like perfectly in the middle. If he was overrated, then I don't know. I feel like he'd be like Taylor Swift level famous. You know what I mean?
I think he's perfect where he's at right now, but he's kind of like overrated to like, you know, the mass genre.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, his old stuff, he used to be underrated, and then now he's getting too high up there where I'm kind of like, you know what, kind of getting sick of Zach Bryan. But he has been dropping some heat sometimes. Songs with like Noah Khan's pretty good. What's that?
Sarah's Place.
Yep, Sarah's Place. That was
is a
good.
banger.
But yes, he's becoming, you know, like 50-50. You know, it depends on the song, depends on the drop. Boys of Faith, wasn't a huge fan, but overall, I'm gonna say he's good where he's at. Next opinion, Warren Ziders.
She's all I need. She's my pretty little pose.
Warren Ziders, I don't know. It's like, to me, he's just a TikTok artist, to be honest. Like, I find it hard to take Warren Ziders like seriously just because I know him from TikTok. And I feel like, I don't know, another one would be Bailey Zimmerman. Bailey Zimmerman, to me, doesn't really have that issue, though. Because
No,
I feel
can
like,
listen to Bailey Zimmerman.
Yeah, Bailey Zimmerman is like not cringe. I feel like Pretty Little Poison is kind of cringe.
Yeah, I'll agree. I feel like he overplayed his music on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like all his songs, like, you know, he kept dropping like just that first 30 seconds of a song, and then I kind of got sick of it when it dropped, and I'm like, okay, it's good, but you kind of killed it. Kind of like what's her face, Jessie Murph did with her one song on TikTok. So I'm gonna say Warren Ziders is overrated. I don't think he's worth the hype.
Yeah, no.
All right, next one is Rascal Flatts. I'm happy to see Rascal Flatts not relevant.
That's so crazy.
I'm a Rascal Flatts hater.
Here's the thing. Rascal Flatts, old music, like, slaps, bro. Like, Cars era and below. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their peak. But when they started putting, like 2014 type of stuff, it was like, okay, you're just like everything else on the radio.
It's kind of like Lone Star. I'm not a big Lone Star guy.
Oh.
I'm already there.
What, see?
So Lone Star and Rascal Flatts, no.
See, I say Rascal Flatts,
I'm a hater.
I feel like they had a good run. I'm not going to say they were overrated. I'm not going to say they were underrated. I just feel like they had a good run. They had a solid career. I think they ended where they needed to end. Maybe they went just a little bit too long, but I feel like for the most part they ended where they needed to end.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. George Strait.
If I ever see your face around country music again, I'll sue you so fast you won't believe it. Now go on. Get your ass out of here.
George Strait, man, okay. If y'all follow Grady Smith, I'm gonna have the same opinion that he had on Grady Smith. He put it on his Kojo video on Leather where he said like Cody Johnson is the same as George Strait. I don't really agree with this because I think Cody Johnson's a banger, but like George Strait in the middle, like I kind of, me and you both have the same opinion on this. Alan Jackson deserves to be the king of country music.
Yeah.
Instead of George Strait.
I'll take Alan Jackson.
George Strait has like bangers after bangers, but I just don't think that like he is. I just don't want to have everybody hate me, but it's like he's got really good music, but
He does.
I feel like
Alan Jackson's better. I listen to more Alan Jackson than I do George Strait.
I think with the thing that exactly. I listen to more Alan Jackson than I listen to Tim McGraw than George Strait. But it's just like maybe that's just because that's how we grew up. I think the thing that kind of turns me off is people who don't really know country music, but like they want to pretend like they do. They're like, oh, nobody makes music like George Strait. It's so it's just like
is that the only person you know that's like saying you like cars? And I'm like, what kind of cars do you like? I like
you only know George
Lamborghinis,
Strait or
Ferraris.
Garth Brooks.
It's like It's like the main part of the genre where
Yeah.
you're like, okay.
It's just the safe answer. So I feel I'm not gonna say he's underrated or overrated. He's like perfect where he is. He definitely deserves the hype he got and everything. I just don't think that he's like the god that people make him, you know.
I agree with that. Muscadine Bloodline.
Some kind of nerve, you don't deserve a second chance glance in the back of my mind.
Me personally, you're gonna say they're perfect where they are. I say they're underrated
I'm
because
gonna say underrated.
they need to be
I'm gonna
selling
say
out
underrated.
stadiums.
I think Muscadine is like, I've been listening to them since like, you know,
Day one.
Day one, yeah.
Yeah. Like Porch Swing Angel.
Yeah, like that old, like, dude, like Teenage Dixie, the whole album is like, I can listen to it and I don't get tired of it.
Exactly.
So I'm going to say underrated. We need them way higher on the charts.
Yeah.
One of my personal favorites. This is one of my personal favorite artists of now, Riley Green. Riley Green. I think he's perfect. Well, no, maybe a little more popular, a little bit more mainstream, I think.
I feel like Riley Green is overrated.
No.
Riley Green, and here's the thing.
It's good-looking
and
dude.
I hope, yeah, exactly.
That's
That's why.
man.
That's why. That's the only reason why. I'm
good-looking
not
man.
gonna say that's the only reason because he does have bangers, but I feel like that's the main reason why like everybody's on the Riley Green train is because like he's a good-looking man, and all the white girls are like voting for him because he's a good-looking
His
man. We
music's
can all
good
agree
too,
on
though.
that.
The music is good
The music is good and here's the thing: the music is good if you don't listen to the whole album. Like if you listen to nothing but Riley Green, it's the same song after the same song. But if you take like one song out of the queue, you're like, okay. Actually, I feel like this sums up Riley Green pretty good. He's bro country lyrics with traditional country sound.
Yeah, okay. I mean, damn country music, the Tim McGraw cover was that was hot. I'm not gonna lie. I was a big fan of that.
Yeah,
big fan. Of
I say overrated for Riley Green. You say underrated.
I think you could be a little more popular. Yeah, underrated.
Okay.
Underrated. All right, Dustin Lynch. Ooh.
Overrated.
I don't even gotta think Chevrolet was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I gotta say that's probably like the worst, like one of the worst drops.
He's got some good music, like Cowboys and Angels is good. What's that one song he did? There's one song like called Pasadena or something like that I thought that was pretty good. But it's just like
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it.
Yeah,
I can't think of it.
I think it's called Pasadena. Like that song was pretty alright, but it's just I don't know. I feel like for the most part he misses more than he hits. So for that reason,
I would say that.
I think so. I think he misses more than he hits nowadays.
Like Tequila on a Boat, that was a banger with Chris Jansen when he did that song.
I don't know.
You don't like Tequila on a Boat?
I don't really like Chris Jansen either.
Oh no, what a hater. Okay, come on. I like Chris Jansen.
I like Chris Jansen's what's that one he has with Eric Church? You, Me, and the River. You, Me, and the River is a banger. But like I feel like that's the last banger he's had in a long time.
Luke Bryan?
Luke Bryan.
His concerts are sweet.
I really want to see a Luke Bryan show just because I've like heard that it's really good, and I watched his Dirt Road Diary documentary, and like he seems like a really cool guy.
Is he down? Is he down?
But he's another one where it's like you kind of need to retire because I feel like when did he start? Like early 2000s, right? Or was it late 2000s?
2008.
Yeah, so like late 2000s.
Ish.
He's been going in the game for pretty strong now, but it's just he's getting to a point where it's like
burning out.
Yeah, Beer in My Hand was not it.
That was so like copy and paste.
Yeah, that one
like
was not
Nashville. It was insane. I wasn't a personal fan of it, but some people might say otherwise. But Beer in My Hand, I gotta say, it was pretty copy and paste. I feel like a lot of singers like the same like type of like it's like the same type of song. Like you know, they just keep pressing out these like pop country songs. It's like not really that good.
Yeah.
So production pretty trash. I think it was just like offbeat rhythm. I don't know.
It just felt
wasn't a vibe.
like rushed almost.
Yeah,
like it didn't sit with it.
Southern and Slow was good. Southern and
Slow was like it just didn't stick with me though, and I feel like that's a lot of his music nowadays. It doesn't stick with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Josh Turner.
Josh Turner does he even still make music nowadays? I don't think he does. I can't remember the last. The last one I remember he did was Country State of Mind, but that was just like an album full of covers.
Yeah.
So
I say
if he has any new music, please put it in the comments so we can listen to it. Because I love Josh Turner, but I don't really think he makes music nowadays. But
me neither.
Like, I would say that he's, he had his time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say perfectly in the middle.
Nate Smith.
Turn, turn, turn.
Nate Smith, let's see. He's fellow Californian, I'm pretty sure. I think he's from California, Paradise,
sure.
California. So shout out to him, but I think he's got some good music.
Yeah,
I don't know, like, I'm not going to say that I know his music like a ton.
World on Fire?
Yeah, World on Fire is a banger,
Banger.
but doesn't he does Whiskey on You or something?
Yeah. Dude, that's a
Wasting
good song.
another drop of whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey on You. He does that one too, and that one is also good. So you know what? I say let him grow a little bit. Let's hear more what Nate Smith has to say. I'm not gonna say he's underrated. I'm not gonna say he's overrated. I'm just gonna say like give him more. Like let's hear more. What
Yeah,
he has
I'm
to
down.
say.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Let's hear what he more has to say.
All right. There's one that I'm really like excited to that is on this list.
Okay.
It's Luke Combs.
Well, I'm all right with it, you know.
See, Luke Combs. This is gonna be like the same thing with the George Strait. Probably not same thing because I feel like our opinion actually didn't end up being all that hot. But you hate Luke Combs.
I hate Luke Combs. I'm not a fan.
See, and me personally,
I'm not a fan.
I can get that. I can kind of get that. He gets played a lot, but at the same time, he gets played a lot because he's got a great voice. Like, tell me Luke Combs doesn't have a good voice.
It's all right.
Bro.
It's all right.
He's got the
It's
voice.
all right.
Him and Chris Stapleton both have the voice of an angel.
Chris Stapleton, yeah, he's
Yeah.
talented.
I feel like both of them have good voices. Chris Stapleton's probably.
I'm not a Luke
maybe
Combs
little
fan
bit-
because like I don't know. I don't like his music. I mean it's overplayed for me and like his voice annoys me.
He does get played a lot, but I'm not gonna say. I feel like keep letting him sell out stadiums.
Overrated.
Keep letting him sell out stadiums. He's for the people.
I'd go to a Riley Green concert before I go to a Luke Combs concert. I'd go to Cody Johnson.
But if Riley Green opened up for Luke Combs, I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
I'm
would
pretty
be-
sure he did.
I think he did.
Yeah,
Actually.
he
That's
did.
why I'm saying
He
that.
did.
I feel like they did.
But yeah, I don't know. Not a Luke Combs fan, so I'm gonna say overrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna say keep letting him sell out stadiums. He's not either. He's like in the middle. But
Yeah, that's perfect. I think we got one. We got time for one more.
Cool. All right.
All right, so I got Tree Oak Revival.
Bring a little more to the table. I wish you'd tell me something good. I'm willing to waste my time and walk that line way long.
I love Treaty Oak. I love Treaty Oak.
Treaty Oak.
I don't know if you want to consider it country, more like rock.
That's more like Southern rock.
Southern rock.
But I feel like that's a subgenre of country.
Yeah, and I'm here for it. Like He Goes on the Rooftops. I mean, Treaty Oak. Yep, all their albums are hits for me. Like
Yeah, I don't know where. I feel like they just came out of nowhere. Like 1 second, I feel like they were kind of obscure. Nobody really knew of them. And then I don't know what brought it on. All of a sudden, everybody's on the Trio
TikTok.
Revival.
TikTok,
Yeah, something like all of a sudden everybody's like in love with Trio Revival, and I don't know. I just don't get the hype really. Like they got some good music. I just don't get the like.
it's like divorced dad rock, and you gotta think.
You know what? Actually, what I think it is. I think it's because they were weren't they on a Zach Bryan song? What
No,
song?
that's new. That's the treaty. That's the other. That's the couple. That's the couple. You're
Which one
talking
am I thinking
about. Oh shoot! You're thinking of the one people. Oh shoot. What's her name? I forgot.
Okay,
but it's a group. It's
we'll
a
come
group.
back to it. But yeah, I don't
Treaty
know.
Oak. I'm gonna say I'm here for it. They're perfect where they're at. They're staying kind of. They're staying relevant, and a lot of people love them. But like they're not overplayed and they're not mainstream yet, which is perfect. I love it. I love it. Keep it right there. But yeah, that was pretty much all the names we had for this week, and I like to say that was awesome. We had some hot takes. Well, for me, Luke Combs, obviously Luke Combs hater, so you already know my opinion. I'm sorry if I hurt some feelings, but not a Luke Combs fan. If you play it in the car, I'm probably gonna shut the radio off. So
Yeah, well, I'm surprised that Morgan Wallen wasn't on that list just because I feel like he keeps popping up. But we both would have said he's overrated anyway.
Oh
so.
yeah, Morgan Wallen. Nah.
But yeah, I feel that was a good video. If we called out any artists that you love and we said they were underrated or something, or maybe artists you hate and we said they were underrated, let us know in the comments down below. Give us some feedback. Let us know why you think the way you think, and of course, we'd love to have you back. Thanks for staying. We'll see you again on the next Country Mile.